So Diane Lane wasn't done having with her role in this movie because of the fact that we see her essentially leaving her job and she gets kidnapped. And I thought at first it might be the government because there was a lot of heat on Superman, so maybe they were trying to protect her. And they realized that, I don't know, I guess it wouldn't make sense because the government doesn't know that she's Superman's mom, technically. But at the time, I didn't think that they would be so obvious to have Lex Peoples take her. But anyways, Lex Peoples do take her and essentially hold her hostage. And Lex also kidnaps Lois Lane and also uses that to basically have Superman come because now it's common knowledge that Lois and Superman essentially are together. At least Lex knows this, I should say.
Right.
How he knows this and how he found out, I don't even know. I guess in his network where he's gathering all this information, I guess Lex is spying on everybody.
It's because, remember, when he was in the ship, he learned all the details about the Kryptonians. And the thing is that he figured that the last one left, the last one to survive was Clark Kent. So maybe it gave him that information there.
Good theory, Karen. I don't know. Again, I mean, at this point, we're just making conclusions and whatever works, works. Whatever makes sense, which again is one of the problems with this movie. So Lex pushes Lois off a building after he has her brought down, and Superman shows up and saves her. And that's when Lex drops the bomb on Superman. And again, in a very just unnecessary, over-the-top way that the mother of a devil, which is how Lex sees Superman, must be a witch. And how do you kill a witch? You burn her. Again, just unnecessary stuff that probably should have been cut out. But because it seems at this point that Lex just has a flair for the dramatic, which is not Lex Luthor at all. Lex Luthor is very cold, very to the point, very let's not waste any time with fluff. So again, getting away from the character as what we've experienced in the past about him. Just again, Lex was too eccentric. But only good thing about this is that Lex says something philosophical for once that I agree with in this movie, is that he tells Superman that I realized when I was a boy, my dad taught me that if you're all good, then you are weak. If you're all powerful, then you are evil. And I thought that was an interesting dynamic where Lex is kind of telling Superman, because you have power, you have to be bad, you have to be evil. And I wish that would have been more obvious that that's where he was coming from. All he had to do was say that. He didn't have to go into soliloquies and all kinds of Shakespearean stories. He could have just said that, look, because you have the power, you're evil. And in his quest for power, Lex becomes even more evil. I think that would have been pretty cool. So I thought it was interesting that Lex had masterminded this fight. I guess Lex knew that Batman was Bruce Wayne. I don't know. That really never got into that.
Yeah, that's true. They could have dove into that more.
Yeah, so Lex knew everything, but yet this is the best he could come up with. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess this is where the movie falls short. If we had a stronger Lex Luthor that kind of tied the movie closer together, this movie would have done better. In my opinion, it wouldn't be a C or a 4 or a 5. It'd be a B at least, or a solid B, a solid 7, maybe even an A minus. So, not Jesse Eisenberg's fault at all. Not blaming him, just blaming the way his character was written and how it was portrayed in the movie, and how he was made to portray it in the movie. So that's interesting there. And then now we get into the big fight scene finally between Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, and Superman, aka Clark Kent, or as it's been going on Instagram for the last couple of months, hashtag Son of Krypton, hashtag Bat of Gotham.
Right. Hashtag who will win.
Just before he is sent, essentially, by Lex to go kill Batman, he shows him pictures of Martha Kent being held captive, which were kind of creepy actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
again, not something, kind of something a little bit pretty gritty. Um, Something you'd probably see out of the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogies. Something that the Joker might do. But essentially what happens is we see Batman really get really rage. We see Superman really rage. He actually almost kills Lex.
Right.
And Lex says, no, 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 wait. I don't know where she is. I made them promise, meaning his mercenaries, not to tell me, so I don't, tell you. And essentially, he tells Superman that, look, you go kill Batman and you get your mom back. You don't kill Batman and I kill your mom. Which, again, not really sure what Lex's motivation is for killing Batman, except that he just doesn't like Batman, or he just wanted to see this fight, or he just thought that Batman will kill Superman. I don't
He
know.
stole his kryptonite.
He could, because he stole his kryptonite, and maybe he thought that Batman could kill him for him. Again, all these things are very cloudy, very murky, and at this point, as an audience, you're lost, and you're just like, just get to the fight scene.
Yeah, you're right. I can see how some people would get confused and lost at this point.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, let's just do the fight scene, and let's just go from there. Let's bring out Doomsday, because I saw him in the trailer. I know he's being created. Let's just go there, and you know, let's just get this over with. I'm not even going to try and figure out or complain that this doesn't make sense or isn't very clear to me. So the fight basically starts, and what'd you think of the fight, Karen? I thought the fight was okay. I thought it could have been better.
I think they could have been really creative with this fight. And
Right? Yeah, more stuff could have
more
happened.
stuff could have
Yeah.
happened. Obviously, you're not going to have Green Arrow appear in here and, like, shoot him with the kryptonite. But
But it could have been Alfred, and that would have been real cool.
that's true. It could have been Alfred. I
See,
didn't think
see,
about that.
see, Karen, you should have written the screenplay for
Uh,
Batman Superman.
yeah, too bad I'm not a screenwriter. But I did enjoy the part where, okay, they smash inside this building, this abandoned building, and, Batman just takes, the wire, he wraps one leg, the wire around Superman's leg, and he just starts tossing him like back and forth. I thought that part was pretty cool.
Yeah, we need to mention that at this point, Batman had shot like a kryptonite bomb at Superman. Superman had breathed it in, and essentially he had been weakened.
Right, he had weakened him, and he was just throwing him back and forth like a doll at this point. And then also too was where we get to see Superman try to like talk to him in the beginning about, that hey, they kidnapped my mom, but Batman was not gonna hear any of this because he was already pissed off at Superman.
Right, Batman was pissed off, and even Superman wasn't having a lot of patience. He was like, "You want to fight? Let's just fight. Come on," And I think they could have shown that more, where Superman is like, "I'm done being Mr. Nice Guy, and I'm gonna be Mr. Badass, and you want to mess with me? Bring it. And I'll show you what I can really do."
Yeah, I wish the fight did lasted a little bit longer because this is Batman v Superman, and I felt the fight did went. Now that I'm thinking about it, a little bit more
Too
quicker.
short, yeah,
Yeah.
too short, too short. And I really was looking for Batman to essentially do the rope-a-dope, which is basically bait Superman in and make Superman feel confident, like, yeah, you can squish me anytime, and then at the end, just with the snap of the fingers, boom, drop something on Superman and turn the tables on him right away. I kind of expected that a little bit more, and that didn't happen, but whatever.